Oh man, we're going live right now, and unfortunately, I do believe that I missed the other um, deadline for the other video. So we're starting again, and we'll call everybody and get them going. Okay, and now here comes Wendy on. There she is. Hi, Wendy. How are we doing today?
Sup?
Okay, now let's call Ben. And life under quarantine, obviously Skype is a little corona crazy as well. Um, so that's why we just had an issue. But we'll add Ben in. And then all
Are
of
we
us
live right now, or what's
yes,
happening?
yes, we are live right now. I had to jump in to
Weird.
get on the video before it ended.
Oh,
All right.
I see. Okay.
All right. So as soon as Ben gets on, we'll add him into the fray, and hope everybody is doing all right and hanging out. You know, I gotta say, this is like a weird, different time in history. At least, I've never like had to like be home for weeks on end before. Wendy, did you have mono or anything like that as a kid?
No, I was lucky enough not to. Just chicken pox, but I don't know how long. I don't think that lasted that long.
I
Yeah.
had mono as an adult, remember?
Yes. Now, Ben, I'm not getting your. Unfortunately, I'm not getting
Audio?
your video. So
I
all
hear ya.
What?
I can hear you. You can't see you. So you want to check and see right now.
How about-
Hey, is
Oh, there
anybody
you go.
is anybody watching right now?
Hey.
Oh, there he is.
It called my phone, and then I just joined it on the computer. So I think there may have been some
Oh.
confusion
Okay.
electronically, but I just
Hey, we
Alright.
I
have some
disabled the
comments
video
from
and then
people.
re-enabled.
Okay, let's jump
Deborah. Hi, Deborah.
in. Hi.
My cousin Scotty. How's it going, Scotty?
Hi, Scotty.
And Bart.
Bart.
Rock.
Okay, here's the comments I see now. Okay, Deborah, Scott, and Bart coming in to say hi to all the viewers. Hope everybody is doing all right. What's everybody doing with their time now? I mean, I can give you a couple ideas of what I'm doing, but I'm not sure what everybody else has. What what are people doing to pass the time? And
Got another hello from Ben. How's it going, Ben?
Ben,
And John Dreisga. Oh boy, the comments are coming fast now. Dana.
Dana,
Joe. Joe says worst zombie apocalypse ever.
right?
Agreed.
It's a zombie apocalypse and nobody's getting eaten. So boring.
Dana says miss you guys so much. Aw, we miss you too, Dana.
Absolutely, Dana.
Thanks for joining us though. See, now we're all kind of together. In
Yes.
a way.
Yeah, but it's nice to hang out. And let me see if I can put the. I think I can put the comments on the screen
On what screen?
on the actual video.
But can't people see them anyway?
Oh
There's
yeah, because
people
they're already
watching can
on
see the
Facebook.
comments.
Yes, I guess that would really be useful.
We just can't. We just have to watch it. That's the tricky
Yes.
part.
Okay.
We're learning.
Bart said he listened to the podcast all day to help ward off the coronavirus, and it's true.
Sweet.
I was reading that the only way you can actually guarantee that you won't get the coronavirus is if you listen to See You on the Other Side podcast all day.
That's great.
Safe in my lair. You know, it was funny today. So I went out. I went to Hobby Lobby today to just grab one thing, and I stayed 6 feet away from everybody, thinking that, 6 feet away you're going to be safe. It's going to be fine. And the lady cutting the fabric for the green screen behind me, it was just like, "Aren't you afraid of the pandemic going on?" And really, she's just said it. She's like, "Aren't you afraid?" And I'm like, "Hey, lady, you're the one at work. You're like, what did I do to you?" It really, I was offended. I was just like, well, we're not like I'm not gonna hold your hand or kiss you or anything like that.
Well-
I just want you to cut the fabric.
Did you tell her it was emergency fabric?
Well, I mean,
desperately needed.
right, that I need it
for
right
safety.
No, I just thought it was funny. She's like, "Aren't you afraid of the pandemic?" I'm like, "I don't know. Like, this is the first time I've been anywhere, and I just came to get something, and you're the one freaking out on me." It just made me laugh. I just thought it was a silly thing.
Victor says, "What's up, amigos?" Vic, we were supposed to be with Vic right
I'm
now.
supposed to be doing
Yeah.
shots with Vic right
Austin.
now, and instead I'm doing a shot in my
Right?
basement.
Yeah, but nice to hear from you too, Vic,
Yes.
amigo.
So social distancing shaming is now a thing.
Of course, I was social distance. I was more than 6 feet away from the woman. It's not like I came up to her.
I have to be honest though,
Yeah.
Hey, baby.
the grocery runs that I've done so far,
Yeah.
like no one has respected. Everybody's like right up on my business, like
Especially
in line
that
and
toilet
stuff.
paper.
I'm like, come on, guys, like back
Is
off.
that toilet paper?
So it's like people didn't get the memo or something. I don't know. Got a hello from Thomas. How's it going?
Tom.
Melody
Melody. She's all the way up in the
and Scott.
in the Antigo area, and I hope everything's going well up in the far north. I mean, because you guys are the first ones hit when the Army of Dead gets over the wall, right? So they've got
Clearing your throat. Shaming is a thing too. Heather, hello, Heather.
Hi, Heather.
And Terry. Oh, got some good familiar faces in the virtual crowd today.
Well,
Thank you for joining us.
Here's a tip if you're in Madison. For takeout wise, large pizzas at Glass Nickel, 16-inch pizzas are $10 every Sunday in March. So the password is yum10 or whatever. Just use that, and $10 for a large pizza at all the Glass Nickels.
And Mike gets $1 off for every referral.
Hey, I'll take it. I would take it. We're musicians right now, so how do you make money during the outbreak? You have to get referrals from pizza places, because if you can't deliver the pizzas, then what are you gonna do?
I don't know.
Jacob McCants Coburn says hello. Hi, Jake. How you doing? Long time no see.
And George.
George.
Howdy, George.
Howdy, George. So anyway, that's a good, like, there's good deals. So it's a great time. It's a great time to order takeout and delivery, I would say. And
Yeah.
I've been looking for specials, and that's a weird thing, like sharing delivery specials or whatever. But I thought that was a hot tip, because that's like a $20 pizza. That's like half off.
No, that's a really good deal, and that's good pizza.
Yes, it is. It is. You don't have to, because like the thing is, like I admit that I bought 6 pizzas from the co-op or whatever the other day when it was 3 for $10, and I was like, well, I might be inside for a while, and so I immediately like jumped. I'm the pizza
hoarding.
hoarder. Yeah.
Shame.
I'm the pizza hoarder. Somebody invited me to a Facebook group. It was an English guy, and the group was called Exposed, and it's all about actually shaming people who are hoarding in the UK or whatever. And
Wow.
I like declined it. Like, I don't want to be part of this. Like, I'm not even a British, right? So why do I care?
I've seen a few people shamed on Facebook.
Publicly, just out there, like just taking pictures.
Yeah,
But the thing
pictures of people with like, but what if they work for like a hospital or something?
right? Or
Like,
what if they have 10 kids?
right. Oh,
What if they're breeders?
we got a hello from OBI, the old Baraboo Inn.
Hey,
Hoping to open again soon. Yes, we hope that you can open again soon too.
right.
The ghosts are going to take over.
the ghosts are gonna own the place. That's old.
They got the whole place themselves.
So if you Baraboo is a town, I don't know, about like 20 miles north of Madison. Not very far away at all. And there's a place called the Old Baraboo Inn, and they've got a ton of different ghost stories there. I think, Wendy, didn't you go on your first ghost hunt there? Wasn't that the first
Yeah.
time?
Yeah. You were there too.
At the OBI.
And it was like they were doing a simultaneous event at like a whole bunch of different haunted locations across the world, I guess, or America at least.
Mark.
But it is a really neat old historical stop because it's on the corner that was like right by the railroad station. So it was an old saloon that, as people were coming through town, stop at the train depot, and then what do? You go right across the street, straight to the bar.
That's right. And also there's supposed to be ghosts of prostitutes there.
And cowboys.
And right. So you never know what's going to happen at the OBI. You could be like, but honey, she's dead. It doesn't count. OBI is your place where you can do that. George, they shop at Fabroni's before they close tomorrow. I don't know. I guess I don't know what Fabroni's is. That's an Italian market, right?
Yeah, it's an Italian deli. It's awesome.
Okay, so you like stocked up on garlic bread, prosciutto, and
spaghetti and meatballs.
Right, mozzarella. Kathleen Nottingham says, "What are you guys using to broadcast this? Just curious." It's called Ecamm Live. It's the people who make like the Skype call recorder and stuff. So it's called Ecamm Live, and the rig I have in my basement right now is funny because it's hooked up to an external camera. It's hooked up to a mic, and obviously I have these on like I'm a DJ or whatever. And so it's a fairly elaborate setup that I still have not figured out yet. So that's why things started on time. So
George wants me to say something.
Yeah, Ben, please say. George is like, please, Ben. So Ben, how are you holding up for your extended spring break? Right.
Well, first of all, we should wish Ben a happy birthday.
Oh yes, Ben, we missed your birthday on Tuesday.
Everybody wish Ben a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Ben.
Thank you. My family did a really nice job of making my birthday special, but I missed all of you partying in Texas and stuff. Of course.
Yeah, it was a bummer not to be able to salt liquor lime it up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, get in trouble, get arrested, whatever.
Right, and Wendy's birthday in 2 days. Wendy's birthday's in 2 days, and it was finally going to be on the Saturday that we were performing, and so we'll have to do something about that.
Yes.
Well, I'm enjoying being the youngest one in the band right now.
Yeah.
Nice.
My age is one less than Mike and Ben, so I have 2 more days to enjoy that.
There you go.
That just means you're going to get your issues of modern maturity or whatever the AA magazine's called now. Like
it's gonna show off on Saturday.
It's gonna show.
Live it up while you can.
23. That's it. That is it. Oh, Joe says, how do you get the split screen? Well, if you want,
Michael be leading a Skype class later on to teach everyone how to do that.
Unlike Glass Nickel, I don't get referral dollars for Ecamm. So just Ecamm Live has a whole thing on how you can do it with Skype and the deal, because we're all talking to each other over Skype.
Oh, Eric Cotty's on. Eric, I went to Full Compass a couple of weeks ago, and you weren't there at the time.
Also, Eric, I just sent you hopefully some business for my brother-in-law's friend. Wants to build us. He wants to take cool pictures of cars, and they were going to like some camera store in Madison. I don't know if it was Mike Crivello's World or whatever. I don't know if Mike Crivello even is alive anymore. But I was like, oh, you guys should go to Full Compass. There's a guy you should talk to. And so hopefully I'll send him over and you'll get some business out of that. So here we come. Lisa says, hello, I miss you all. We miss you too, Lisa. And I'm just jealous you got in under the wire to New Orleans. So before the world stopped, you got into New Orleans. Oh, Stephanie, hey, how you doing? So glad to see you healthy and safe. Can't wait to see your live show soon. Stay awesome. Well,
thank you.
We'll definitely have a show soon, and we'll try to remain awesome. But sometimes you never know what's going to happen, because I heard Corona takes off 10% of your awesome if you get it. So I'm making sure that I wash my hands so I don't lose that 10%. MJ says hi. Oh, hi, Mariana, all the way from the UK. Anarchy,
hey, all
right.
UK,
right?
That's awesome.
Good to see you, MJ. And Lisa said she got the last plane out. That's like the last. She got like the last helicopter out of Saigon.
Wow.
To get out of New Orleans. Pretty good, Lisa. Well, we're glad you're back. And hopefully we can do some haunted history tours coming up. Right now, it's just like going outside is a ghost town. And it's funny because like you walk down the street, or like we go for a walk in the stroller or something. I'm not in the stroller, I'm pushing it. And when I'm doing that, like you'll go by people and you're like, hello, but then you like do this extra long, like it's this, hey, how you doing? Like you really go around them because you're like, I don't want to get you sick or whatever. I mean, it's just a funny thing, like the going around people where you're like, oh, I better go in the grass because if this person gets too close or whatever, they're going to pass me what they get. Joe says...
I got the...
Oh, go ahead, Ben.
I was just going to say, speaking of the last plane out, was that 2 years ago where I got the last plane out of Austin? So that the one that I was on, we got out to taxiing and stuff, and there was a problem with the engine. So I was really glad they discovered that problem with the engine while I was still on the ground. But we had to all go back to the terminal, get off of the airplane, and they brought in another airplane. But by the time everybody was loaded, it was like 11 o'clock at night. It was the last plane out of Austin. But it didn't do me any good because I got stranded in Minneapolis.
Mwah, mwah.
Yeah, you got a free hotel,
but
though, right?
It's not as cool as Lisa's story. What's that?
You got a free hotel, though, right?
Free hotel, but I had to be at the airport.
Right, so you got to enjoy it for like 2 hours.
Just say it, that's free HBO, man. So don't.
Right, but then I missed. But then I missed like 2 rehearsals, so like I lost money and stuff. So.
Oh, all right, but free HBO does not make up for that. Eric says. Won't be long till that role is reversed, Mike, where I'm in the stroller. That's true. That's true. Joe says, Hy-Vee still has plenty of produce. It does, but my wife was not able to find tomato soup there the other day. So there's been there's been a run on the soups.
Well, yeah, the soup aisle was empty last time I was there.
Here's a tip. I heard if you need toilet paper, Jennifer Street Market still has plenty of it. So if you're in Madison, Jennifer Street Market has not had a run. And also, they've got great local beers. Oh, yeah, Joe, we can wear a face mask. That's absolutely right. And then we have just succumbed to fear. No, I don't know. Like, I feel like wearing the face mask is... I couldn't do it. Like, if I'm going to do that, then I might as well not leave my house. Unless the face mask has like some strawberry filling or something on the inside.
Could smell like cotton candy.
Yeah, or just something. Or whatever smells you enjoy. Yes,
or it could look cool like an Ed Gein mask or something.
Nice.
Yeah, we could just wear a mask to make people think that skinning, like killers who skin their victims are walking through the streets of Madison. Actually, that would be fun. I was trying to think, like, it would be a good time to prank people or whatever, or like walk around in costumes and everything. Oh, Jimmy from Anago. Hi, Jimmy.
It says, happy birthday, Ben.
Thank you.
People just don't like that canned chowder. I don't know. Also, Manhattan versus Boston. Remember the first time you discovered what Boston clam chowder was? And you're like, I don't want this.
What is that?
That's clam, that's clam chowder.
No, I know what it is. It's just
right.
My reaction was like, what is that? That's not, you gave me the wrong thing.
I was like 4 and I believe I cried. Lisa said she's considered the zombie look. The zombie look is strong, especially in a time like this. You could have some fun doing like zombies 6 feet away from each other. Our friend,
you could, but like, given the state of panic,
it
might be a dangerous
shot.
thing to do.
True.
Right.
True. But this would be the time. You know how they have to like find times when they're working on a movie? They have to like find certain times to empty like the Brooklyn Bridge and everything, and Hollywood Boulevard has to shoot like in the middle of the night. In order to like to close it off. Like this would be the time to get that done. Ben prefers Boston over Manhattan. You are the first person I've ever met that has ever said that. So Ben,
well, there you go.
Right.
Now we know somebody who likes it.
Okay, so next time we go out, like I haven't eaten clam chowder in 24 years or something. But the last time I had it, you're goddamn right I had Manhattan. So anyway, we do have to watch out So Deb says, a patient asked me today if people were getting violent. I haven't witnessed this. Have you? Just we were fighting over fabrics today in Hobby Lobby. That's about it. Like, it was, aren't you worried about the pandemic? Well, yes, but I need green fabric, lady. So I didn't ask you to judge me. You're the one working at Hobby Lobby, right? So if they've already.
So you could judge her,
right? I could judge her for whatever they won't give their employees birth control. So I'm like, look, lady, we're not gonna raw dog. Rachel, hi, Rachel, how you doing? Fox Valley. Which is red and which is white? Red is Boston, white is Manhattan. It's, I get it. Like the red, it's like a tomato-based sauce versus a cream-based sauce.
right?
John Drajka, my friend from Connecticut will not touch Manhattan clam chowder. Well, sorry
That's
to say.
fair. Or for us.
You know what? I probably won't touch any clam chowder at all. Jimmy says, oh, he works at Walmart. It's bad there. I can imagine everybody coming in and trying to collect every single thing they can.
Oh, gosh.
It's crazy.
Yeah, Woodman's was a little bit of a show.
Woodman's is a show when it's not the apocalypse.
Well, yeah, I know. That's the whole point. Like, it was elevated. The show.
Everybody looked like
New
they hated
England.
their lives at Woodman's.
It's
and
not. I'm sorry, I made a mistake. Everybody's coming in to bust my nuts over this clam chowder business, and they should. I don't like to be incorrect. So, New England is the white clam chowder. Manhattan is the red. So I was topsy-turvy, just like the world today. I was turned around upside down, and I didn't
You were careless.
I didn't know which way my clam chowder went. So I apologize to everyone for that. Okay, you know what? And that might be the dumbest conversation we've had in a while. Now, Ben, you were in the middle of telling a story, and I interrupted it to correct my clam chowder erroneousn's.
I was just agreeing with Wendy because, it really was zombie apocalypse. Like, I went at I think it was like rush hour on Monday to stock up and stuff, and people weren't, I would say, violent, but they weren't nice. They wouldn't they'd cut you off without a second thought, and everybody looked like they were. It was hard to see that happening to humanity.
Okay, so I haven't found that yet. I found I went to the co-op last, on Sunday or whatever, and then I stabbed 2 people in order to get the last tofurkey links or whatever. So beyond that, I haven't found any kind of violence or whatever. But the thing is, they were hippies, so it was easy.
Yeah, I found actually people have been very nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Woodman's was just weird because it's Woodman's and it's always like zombies shopping there.
Right.
But that was the most masked people I've seen though since this started.
Masked,
there were a lot of people.
Masked like in Wolverine?
Masks like Halloween masks. There was a clown, there was a big bird.
Let's go to Woodman's again.
I only saw 2 masks, but several people played chicken with my carts with scowls on their face. Yeah.
Terry said she needs me some field roast frankfurters. You know what I've been having for breakfast every day? The field roast, the sage, the apples, the sage kind of bratwurst, the sausage. Makes the whole house smell wonderful. With eggs, it's really good. So Terry, field roast is right on. Jimmy says he's a greeter at Walmart, and some people are really mean. That actually makes me sad.
Yeah, that's pathetic.
You're mean to the fucking greeter?
Right. The greeter's the one nice person you're going to encounter there.
Yeah, if you're mean to the greeter, you're a bad human. Lisa says, I hope this brings out the best in people. I hope so too. And I think it will bring out in most situations it'll bring out the best in people. Like, there's always going to be some outliers and stuff. But
I saw that Andy Cohen said he's working from home, anxiously awaiting his bidet attachment.
Well, I've got a hose, so I've just been using that. But yes, anybody that bought a Japanese toilet's got to be like, I told you. Bart, you've been in an anti-hippie role lately. Guess you don't like the Grateful Dead. That is correct. But it's not that I don't like hippies. Because I think hippies have a really beautiful, I think the attitude towards the world, I think a lot of the ideals were beautiful. I just think a lot of it was based around sex and drugs, like free love and just getting high. And when the push came to shove, when it came to trying to live those ideals, if it didn't involve the vices, then they weren't interested. So I like to make fun. But you know what? I've met some wonderful hippies. My sister is an absolute hippie. Also, I think jam bands, I think the guitar solos are too long. Like, if you're going to play guitar solo that long, you better be Eddie Van Halen. Just saying. Ty of Lords does have a Japanese toilet. I've talked to him about it for like hours.
At length.
Right.
Yeah.
Because he's like...
He's like an expert on bidets.
And the worst part is you're having a conversation with him. It's about music and it's interesting. And he's like, have I ever told you that I spray water into my asshole? And that's when the conversation changes.
But his enthusiasm for it is so intense. You gotta love that. You gotta love that gusto.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
To talk about a bidet with that kind of passion.
Right.
You know?
Like, just clean me out, man. You were on a rant on your podcast about hippies can't play guitar. A lot of the things I say are jokes. I mean, obviously Carlos Santana is like, when you hear him talk or whatever, he's like, music's like a rainbow, man. But he's a very good guitar player and people love him. So there's a lot of great hippie guitar players. I just like making fun of them.
And I like that you listen to the podcast. You get a gold star for that.
Totally. Dana says our stores are out of eggs, which can explain some of the TP mania. Oh, well, that's true. Like, I would say if there's been a run on eggs or a run on Pabst, you better have a lot of toilet paper. Yes, the Terry said Lords of the Trident is promoting a tarot deck. They are.
I saw that. That's awesome.
It's pretty cool. And you know what? I think what we'll have to do is the next time we all get together and can do a live stream, Wendy and Ben and I are going to do a revisit of Major Arcana. And we should do a live stream 10 years on, just to see, like, because it's been 10 years since we did that, just to see, like, what happened to us in the meantime. And if our commentary would be different, this version, than the version we did in December of 2010. Lisa says the co-op has eggs. Okay, that's good. Eric's like, no shade for PBR. That's true. I mean, I've drank an ocean of it. I'm not lying.
And Bart's got some in his fridge, so there we go. Hey, if anybody needs some.
I'm in the basement right now, and I've got like 2 cases of Miller Lite down here that like are rainy day cases. Because the thing is, like, I remember drinking like my dad's pull tabs of Miller Lite from a family party from the 1980s, and it still tasted fine. So, like, when the zombie apocalypse actually happens, and we have to ration, like, I've got a couple of cases of beer down here, which I can drink before I get eaten.
Sweet.
Jimmy says we have trucks coming into Walmart every day, and we can't keep up. That's well.
Wow.
Okay, so Walmart's doing well.
Well, the thing is, like, people are stocking up for longer than what they usually do. Yeah. So, just to spread some more positive news, I read an article today that was saying that the grocery stores should be, like, getting caught up on their, the stuff should be like returning to sort of normal from the frenzy.
Yeah.
So that's nice to know that we will all have sheets of toilet paper to
Yes.
keep our bums nice and clean.
Butts shall be cleaned. Lisa says, shout out to
Ooh, what's
Gross.
Ben got there?
Some barrel-aged wine
Ooh, that
Oh,
stuff's
19 grams is
tasty.
fine.
in a Sunspot in Vino Veritas.
All right.
Oh, very
Glass.
good. Very good. I'm still
That was
Lovely.
my ladies.
I'm still drinking Jameson from St. Patrick's Day.
It's a good choice.
Terry says, don't hate on my Miller Lite. I'm not hating on Miller Lite. Terry, for the love of God, I've drank so much of it. That I have a bit of Frederick Miller's DNA in me from it. So I'm not being
man.
fun. I'm just saying that I moved to higher octane stuff. Oh, Bart says I messaged you a live shot of my PBR. All right, let me see if I find it.
John says, how much can the taste of Miller Lite actually degrade? Yeah, that implies there's actually flavor to start off. No shade on the Miller Lite, Terry.
No.
I'm just, I thought that was funny.
Okay, so I wanted to talk about bands that are doing like live streams and asking for money. You guys should go do it. Like, give them money. I know that Brian Drewar, his band is called the One Human Band, and it's amazing what he's he's a one-man band because it One Human Band.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Brian's really good and very talented.
That's
And,
awesome.
So I would check out One Human Band, and he's doing live streams all the time with PayPal and Venmo. Venmo is even something that I missed out on, but I know what it is. So make sure you check them out. Who else is doing live streams? Glass Mansions, our friends from South Carolina, they're doing live streams right now. And it was funny, they sent me an invite, and I was like, I kind of have a live stream.
Oh, yeah.
on.
I saw that too.
But
They're actually in Austin, where we were supposed to be.
But we were planning on spending the next weekend with them, staying at the same place at our buddy Vic's house, and rock it out. But those guys are on tour, and all the shows have been canceled. So
Sad.
you can check out Glass Mansions live stream. Not right now because you're gonna miss out on ours, but go rewatch theirs, and I'm sure they'll give you a link to a place where you can donate. Comedians are also live stream. Oh yeah, Royal Bliss had one on St. Patrick's Day. Those guys are really talented. We've played with them several times, and
They're comedians?
actually Neil's pretty funny. They are comedians. I was looking down the list of things.
Oh, okay. You're like, comedians, Royal Bliss are having a live stream.
Willie Nelson is live streaming tonight, but he does not need your donations. That guy's rich enough.
I saw the Indigo Girls were doing one too. I think it just happened.
So the thing is, a lot of different acts are doing the same kind of thing. So just make sure you contribute to them. And there's a lot of people who are, we're fine. Obviously, I'm in a space tunnel right now, so I'm doing fine.
Better than ever.
Right. I'm great. But the thing is, a lot of people aren't. And so just make sure you check out some of your favorite acts. And if they're only touring, then the chances are that they probably need a little support. So just make sure you check it out. Joe's virtual house concerts for a hiatus from now on. And that's the thing. Enjoy it from the comfort of your easy chair or your lazy boy. I don't have a lazy boy. Mark Ortiz is what video comm are you using? This is Ecamm Live. And I'm going to ask Ecamm for a referral so that I can get some of their...
Yeah, you should
I
get
paid
a
$40
code.
or something like that for it 3 years ago. And the big reason I did it was so that I could use a DSLR camera in live feeds. That's about it.
Yeah.
And now they've got a pro service and all these kind of things where you can have 4K streams. But if you're watching us in 4K, I'm uglier than ever. So let's not.
Mike, your background is cool, but can I show everybody mine?
Ooh,
Yeah,
yeah.
as long as it's a background.
Getting a little virtual tour.
That is the United States. I've got Ben. I've got you on full screen now. Margot, hi Margot. Okay, so Ben, what do you want to explain it for everybody? Oh, Ben might be talking, but he's not close enough to his mic.
Oh.
Okay, so the red dots there, guys. Let me explain.
I thought he was
that
being
here.
shy.
Wendy, I'm going to put us in the. Let's see if I can put us in. I guess in split. And so, what we're looking at here is Ben has like all the red dots are places that Sunspot has played. Yeah. So obviously there's a lot in Wisconsin, and a lot in the eastern seaboard and stuff like that, because that's what we can get to. But so that's what it's for.
Don't forget about Texas.
Don't forget about Texas. Who can forget about Texas? Not me. I've been thinking about it.
Anyway, I thought that was cool to show everybody.
Yes. So thanks, Ben, for that.
Very nice.
I'm the wrong screen. I'm no longer in my... Hold on.
Oh, no. Your secret's out.
Oh. Okay.
Mike.
This is better. All right, I'll get everybody back here. I'm still like you got to set up scenes for this particular thing, and I haven't done all that because I haven't figured it out. So Scott's wife says not enough in Denver. You are correct.
I know.
Yeah.
Scott was at our only Denver show we ever did.
Yeah, and that was even before weed was legal. So now let's go.
Yeah, we got to get back there. That'd be really fun.
Yes.
Agreed.
It has been far too long. That was what, 2007?
2007.
Oh God.
Hey, should we watch an old Sunspot video real quick?
Sure.
I think that sounds fun.
Okay. I'm going to go look for one.
Joe is asking, how do you decide to place the dots? Is it per city or per gig or per venue?
Per city. So like, we've played in Austin like 40 times now. So, but there's just one dot for Austin.
Correct.
So, but like when we played, was it Brass Hall? What was the
Brass
name
Hall was
of
actually
that kind of rural suburb?
Marble Falls.
Marble Falls.
Marble Falls. Right. So Marble Falls gets its own, if that makes sense.
I believe
so. No double stacking pins.
Right.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So I believe Ben requested Grand Guignol.
Fine.
bass, yo. This is the Benny Hill part of the video right here. Oh, it's the old Sunspot band.
What the hell is that all about?
Oh yeah. All right, I forgot about that. Hey, a couple of things when I think about that video is, number one, I think about how cold it was in Mosinee, Wisconsin that day. We filmed that.
Oh God, yeah, it was freezing.
And we had a reprise of Wendy freezing for the Spend the Night video.
Oh yeah. No.
Yeah.
The thing about shooting videos is that no one ever sees how absolutely freezing it is in the place.
Except for in Spend the Night, you can see your breath.
Yeah, that's not the breath. That is the spirit of death coming out of our mouths. Okay, Terry, I love the cornfield. John says, I was thinking Benny Hill as well. Bart says, method acting. Yeah. So, yeah, that particular video was a cold one. You know, that particular song, too, like, we always had to explain the whole Grand Guignol concept every time we'd play it, because whenever you see like a horror movie that is like over the top bloody and stuff like that, they call it a Grand Guignol, which is named after a theater in Paris where they would make plays that would feature like monsters, people getting stabbed, bloody endings, things like that, and they were all like political parables or whatever for French politics at the time, but they would find a way to make them super violent and gory. So now when you watch like a horror movie that's super violent and gory, it's a Grand Guignol, and the idea is that things are exaggerated. And so somebody that's crazy might tend to exaggerate things, and that's kind of where that song came from. Which I used to hate explaining songs until I had to explain all the songs. And now it's like, well, nah, it's just what we do.
Looks like we had a request for Heidegger Paradox. Is that one of the ones you downloaded?
You know, I haven't downloaded yet, but let me see if I can grab that now. The thing is that I had some issues with the internet before. Obviously, during the apocalypse, it's going to be hard. But I bet if we go to YouTube Heidegger Paradox, Sunspot's the only one. Yep. So it's the only thing we actually own the SEO for is the Heidegger Paradox. So I'm going to download that right now, and we'll put that up. And Joe, yes, we should see your cameo.
Joe is the star in the video.
I remember shooting the beginning of that video.
Yeah. Things ended.
That's about it.
Things ended for Ben before we got to the bar because the whole idea was we were supposed to meet at Ben's house and then shoot a little bit of the video, and then we were going to Mr. Roberts to watch Joe's band, The Guppy Effect, play. And that was the plan. Ben didn't make it to Mr. Roberts. So
Ben was truly living the spirit of the song.
yeah, no, he was living the party dream that
I was
night.
very much into the video shoot.
Yes. Oh yeah. I was speaking of method acting. He went all the way. So that's going to take a little bit to download because obviously I'm sending out a lot of juice over the internet here. But anyway,
Pretty good joke there, Joe.
Ben and Wendy, what are your when you think about Grand Guignol, what particularly do you remember about it?
Shooting the video or the
Just the song
the
in
person
general.
that I
Like,
believe it's based.
anything about that song that you you know, that you think is remarkable, of which to remark upon?
The song or the video?
Does not matter.
Yes.
All of it.
I think I like the usage of the wah pedal, the guitar solo. It's not something that we use often, but I think it added.
Sure.
I remember jumping off like a picnic table or something. That was really fun. That part, like chasing around through the yard back and forth outside of R&A Stoltz's, good times. And the hijinks with the van at the end, that was hilarious. But yeah, like the hiding in the cupboard and the Scooby-Doo part in the house and stuff. I can still remember the taste of the sandwich. And the only thing, I think we had like one piece of, right, it was like the last piece of cheese in the house.
Well, yeah.
So yeah, I'd say that was a memorable video.
Wendy, thoughts from your side?
Yeah,
of the peanut
I
gallery?
agree. I know we always talk about how cold it was that day, but it really was cold.
Yeah.
Because I remember you guys, somebody had a flask of whiskey that I was borrowing just for warmth. But also the end, shooting the end when you guys were like, I think Ben was maybe driving the van and there's a shot where I'm like chasing the van with the knife.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys would like drive away, and then I'm just like on the side of the road with a butcher knife, wearing a dress, like just walk. Like,
Yeah.
Okay, I hope nobody drives by.
We
They're
did
gonna
drive
be
away
like,
'cause
"What
we-
is this
we-
crazy woman?"
We set the camera up and then we drove away. But I was thinking about that while I was watching the video because I haven't watched a video in like 3 or 4 years, and so as I'm watching the video, I see that car drive by, and he just like goes to the stop sign. And you're thinking like, if you saw a chick chasing down a car with a knife in her hand and like a prom dress and the things like running down her
Right.
cheeks and stuff, wouldn't you be like, oh my God, call EMS?
Right? In Mosinee,
And when the van
Wisconsin.
wasn't there, when I wasn't chasing the van,
Like,
I was
it's
just
some
walking
wild,
along
crazy
the
chick.
side of the road with a knife.
Yeah. When your audio broke up, what did you say about the whiskey?
Oh, I just was borrowing whiskey from you guys to stay warm.
Oh yeah.
And I believe
So I remember that because I was like, and then also because it was so cold, it was a good thing for the part where we had to go in the porta potty. Because
Always happy to help.
there were points where we had to like go in the porta potty and like wait until it was time to pop out. So
You know, what I remember is I remember editing the video and like just Wendy, because she had to be in the dress, right? And I'm not in the video at all till the end. So like I'm like, you know, head to toe covered, and she's just like, I hate you. Like I remember just the video because it's so cold, and she's got to be in this, and she's got to keep on doing these shots or whatever, and I'm setting them up and everything, and she's just like, I'm so cold. God damn it. Like, I just remember, like, I have all the footage, and one of these days it'll just be like, we'll have a super cut of I hate you, Mikes.
no.
I know, no, it's not like that. It just makes me laugh when I think about it, because there were, like, angry looks, like, like just things like, okay, everybody ready? 3, 2, motherfucker.
I was just getting into character.
Yes.
I was
Right.
an angry lady.
Yes.
I want to retrace the history of the bottle of whiskey and the Sunspot, because I think I remember. So that the guy that owned Malarkey's, right, in Wausau, he gave us a bottle of the Knot, and it was, I think, right before we went to Texas. But we went through like, I want to say that, like, JJ told us that wasn't actual whiskey, that it's like whiskey flavored vodka. But that bottle, rode around in the van for a while, and then like every
Ben, move your head a little
Texas
bit in.
trip after that, we took a real bottle of whiskey.
Move your head a little
You
bit.
what?
A little bit to your right. All right, good.
Oh.
We were like getting half ahead for a while there.
All right.
So think about like the way that the 3-screen happens is that it's the center of the image. So we're just capturing.
Oh, I see it now on the live feed. Yeah.
You're getting cropped.
Whoops.
So Ben's
Yep,
like
I'm getting
like
crap.
this. Let me tell you about this whole thing that happened. Whoa, All right,
I was leaning towards the glass of wine here.
there we go.
All right.
Joe says.
Okay, but did you hear the story?
Yeah, no, we heard it. Toilet paper is all made in China, and it is transported by a Goodyear blimp to the USA. Fact.
That's a fact.
I'll believe it.
Seems legit.
Okay, so maybe we should watch this video for Heidegger Paradox. And so a lot of you guys might not have seen it because we shot this in SD. So this is old. Or did we shoot it in HD and YouTube? I downloaded the YouTube video just to save time today. But this is probably going to be an SD, which might not matter because if it's a live stream or whatever. But no, we're going to watch this. And
We'll put the link in the.
so the idea of the Heidegger paradox is that Heidegger was a philosopher who thought that we were all obsessed with death all the time. And because we were obsessed with death, we had to do things that would distract us from that idea. And so this basic song like kind of goes on that. It's not as deep as it may sound, and you'll hear that when you listen to the song. Like you're like, oh, Heidegger, that must be some deep shit right there. Not really. It's basically a pretty simple song about partying, but we didn't want to make it so simple that your head fell out or your brains fell out. So let's find it. When?
Also, we encourage people to learn the dance,
Oh, we
which
had
you
a
can do
dance.
by watching the video.
Fuck, I forgot about the dance.
Choreographed dance.
Well, let's watch it and see what happens. This part was filmed at Epic Systems.
Well, Monday comes and Tuesday goes. Dishes suck and laundry blows. I'd love to tell my boss to kiss my ass.
I used to look
Well,
like that.
Wednesday's here
Fuck.
and then it's gone. My best friend's passed out on the lawn on Thursday. First Thursday. So, raise your glass to Friday when I can be all I can be. I'm dying to party and I want a life that's about me. We only get
Here's the dance.
one shot.
Here it comes.
Some days I don't even wanna try. Tonight's a night to rock.
My shirt is way too tight and short for my belly at that time.
We die. My mama slaps me in my face. My girlfriend puts me in my place. Why didn't anyone say it'd be this tough? My minivan is in the shop because I backed into a cop. A flat broke bone sitting on my dub. So raise your glass to Friday when I can be all I can be. I'm dying to party and I want a life that's about me. We only get one shot. Some days
That was Ben when he was still lucid.
humiliated, wake up again, humiliated. I'm just trying to have some fun, got me some slack. So, raise your glass to Friday, when I can be.
We lost the plot by this one.
To party, and I want a life that's owned by me. Owned by me. Owned by me. We only get one shot. Some days I don't even wanna try. Tonight's our night to rock. Life sucks, let's live before we die. We only get one shot. Life sucks. Tonight's our night to rock. You die. We only get one shot. Life sucks. Tonight's our night to rock. You die.
Oh man. Okay. There it goes.
It's a good one.
You know, I haven't watched that one in like a.
Oh my god. Man
Okay.
alive.
So Jimmy says, Ben, what kind of wine do you drink? And I think that video shows all of them.
Called The Uprising.
Dan Concatelli says, play Meat Market. I don't know. I haven't downloaded Meat Market on this laptop. It's on a server upstairs.
Well, Mike, just pull it off of Radio Free Earth.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, I bet I can find it because that's an SD too. Joe said just to host the cameos in that. But yeah, right, Dano, Kyle, right. Kyle was your biggest fan, or Lee. But you called him Lee because it was like the biggest fan from Tenacious D.
Tenacious D.
Mm-hmm. Scott says, I've got to go compulsively wash my hands. Mike, you're the man. Thank you. Happy birthday, Ben. Love you, Wendy.
Hey,
Happy
thanks.
early birthday to you. March birthdays for
Thanks,
the
cousin.
win. Come back to Denver
Love you
after the
too.
world reboots. Absolutely. Absolutely.
That sounds awesome.
I need some marijuana chocolates. So I
Send
think,
my best to the fam, too.
you know what? I think Dan suggested a meat market actually is a superb idea.
We're really
Let me
going
see
in
if
the
I can
Wayback
find it.
Machine now. Like decades ago.
George has no hammers for Ben. Yeah, he kept on hitting his hand. It was great. Like, we're like, Ben, like, just get a hammer this thing. He's like, oh, God! And he just kept on putting it right there.
Yeah.
So quality.
Good acting.
Good acting. That's what we call it now.
Yeah, it made me think that we need a new choreographed dance for one of our newer songs.
I think
so
you're-
if anybody has any suggestions for a good song that would be choreography friendly, I mean, we've got Eat Out My Heart kind of has its own that has evolved over the years.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Heidegger paradox, I don't know. I feel like we have an opportunity here and everybody's at home, so if we put out like an instructional video, we could maybe we could get people to submit their videos of themselves and do like a little collab dance thing. I don't think about that. Would you participate in that if we did that? Tell us in the comments.
Tell us in the comments, because I will not participate. Oh,
I'm thinking like a K-pop
Mike's a
dance.
party
Crack of
pooper,
Doom.
so he will not be in it.
who's the potty
Fun people
pooper?
will. Sorry, what, Bet?
I said I'm thinking a K-pop dance for Crack of Doom.
Yeah.
Ooh,
K-pop
I
sounds
like
good.
it.
Okay, let me download the MP4 for Meat Market here coming up. That should come up in a little bit. And Anyway, you know what I'm interested in is what people are doing. Like, are they binging show? Like, what is everybody doing now that we're all at home? The thing is, you know, I remember a month ago saying like, man, I wish I had a vacation. I wish I didn't have didn't have pressure for a while. And there's a lot of pressure right now, but it's a different kind of pressure than it was a month ago. And so, what's everybody doing to stay cool? Like, how has your life changed? I mean, now that, like, everybody's like, oh, I wish I could just stay at home for a little bit and I can work on some projects and do things. Is anybody doing those projects? Like, we're 4 days in. Is anyone doing those projects? We can start with Ben and Wendy. What the fuck are you guys doing?
Potty training.
Oh. So Ben will eventually be able to go to the potty. Wendy, now that you have time at home, is there anything in particular that you're doing for that?
Just like working on music, lots of playing more fiddle. You can see my fiddle behind me. And yeah, working on learning some new stuff. Oh, I am like addicted to udemy.com.
Oh yeah, I've got about like 7
They have all
different
these
unfinished
classes you can take. What?
I have 7 different like unfinished classes there myself.
Oh, well, now's a great time to finish them up, Mike.
I suppose it is.
But yeah, just and then I've got like house projects, boring stuff, but stuff that's like been on the back burner forever that just needs to get done. So now, what better time to take care of that?
I suppose now is the shot. All right.
Uh-oh, where did Ben go?
Bye, Ben.
Oh, there he
There
is.
he is. He's back.
The connection was tanking. I missed all of your audio for like the last 20 seconds.
We told everybody what kind of an asshole you were. That's pretty much it. No, it really was we're just talking about things to do during the crisis. Terry is working and pondering projects. Joe is using the time to build his couple family therapy private practice that launches in May.
Oh,
excellent.
It's a good use of the time.
Hopefully I won't have to talk to you about that. Deborah says a vacation was canceled. Deborah, where were you going? I'm probably going to have to cancel a trip to Phoenix in April. I was going to go.
I think they were going to Costa Rica.
Oh, Costa Rica sounds like it'll be back. Like the Costa Ricans will still be there. Jimmy says him and Melody still have to work. Well, I mean, we all have to work, but like it's either working from home or working at the place. Marcus, tequila test tasting at home. All right. Okay, let's do a quick video of us when we were young and beautiful. Oh, it hasn't finished downloading yet. Okay. So I'm pretty sure. So maybe we'll pick a different one where we're not so young and beautiful. Oh, you know what? I think this video does not get enough attention. So I want to show
Which one?
I want to show it right now. It's Space.
Can you send me the link because I have to watch it
Spaceman
separately?
by the Killers. It's
I
our cover
love
of the
that
Killers
one.
doing Space, like us, our version of Spaceman, which is their version of Starman, because the Killers are very David Bowie influenced. And so, but we thought we'd do a fun. And here it is. If you guys haven't seen that, well, now it's time. I have a bunch of zits in this video, but that makes me uncomfortable.
My global position systems are vocally addressed. They say the Nile used to run from east to west. They say the Nile used to run from east to west. I'm fine, but I hear those voices at night sometimes.
Pesky internet.
Okay. All right. Well, I haven't thought about that one in forever. Wendy, when's the last time you thought about that song?
Actually, I watched it fairly recently. Because I heard the song somewhere and I was like, oh yeah, I remember that time we played that.
All right, we lost Ben for a second. We're going to have to find him on the webs. I just want to make sure that he wasn't eaten. Or anything like that. Okay.
Yeah, I don't... try texting him.
Yes, Bart's like, hey, I know Mike likes the song. He's in 90% of it. Well, that's true. I am in a lot of the video, Bart. But somebody's got to sing it. And the idea was to take it to, like, number one from the Earth to the Moon. So we take that, like, initial film made in the early 1900s to, like, different alien abduction videos after that. So...
well, and Bart, the really amazing thing is that Mike was actually also doing the videography for so he was filming himself.
That was the fun part too.
I'm just kidding. Ben and I helped with a little bit of the camera work too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Ben, we still can't see you, but we can hear you. We hear like a little
I can see Ben.
I cannot.
What? Okay.
Weird.
Yeah.
Why you hide from Mike, Ben?
Yeah, what's your problem?
How about meow?
Why you hide?
Now.
Nope, I'm looking at a big fat Skype picture.
Don't know?
Yeah.
I see Ben, but his audio is coming through really broken, and now his video is choppy.
So Ben,
Okay.
maybe if you want to restart
Yeah.
or something like that and come on back.
I just did restart. Let me try my phone instead.
Oh, there he is. Now he's on there.
Okay. Can you hear me and see me?
Yes.
I can.
Okay.
Now we
fine.
can. Oh,
Welcome back.
There you go.
hey, It's just this is how I look regularly. Let me sneak past out of this. And remove. Okay. Okay. Now everybody's back. All right. So next things to talk about. Oh, Robin says there's Ben. Hi, Robin. How you doing? Hope things in Galena are going okay. We're hopefully everything in Galena is still going to happen because there's going to be a sweet ass paranormal rock show happening in Galena May 15th, as long as all of us can still travel. But I know they're going to make the decision about that April 1st.
But keep it in mind for when this all
blows over
is history, that they also have a really great haunted history tour there.
Yes.
That our friends Robin and Ted are the guides for.
The thing about this whole thing is that, do you guys know anybody who has the coronavirus?
No.
Thankfully, no.
No. Like
Tom Hanks.
I think that's a conspiracy. Like, I think the Tom Hanks part is like that's the powers that be saying like, hey, it's gonna be okay. Tom Hanks can get it, and he's like an everyman. And so I think it was.
Why would he agree to that though?
Probably because they own his soul. He's a famous person.
He's rich though.
Because of it, but the powers that be could all take it. I don't know. Like, I really don't know. Like, the idea that when Tom Hanks was the first celebrity to get it, that's when I was like, what the fuck?
Well, he's the first celebrity that they knew about that had it.
No, I know that different people have it all over the place. Ben, I still can't see you. Wendy, can you see Ben?
I see Ben.
Okay.
But you have to see Ben for Ben to be in the
correct
screen.
Ben,
right?
can you restart Skype and rejoin that conversation if you have a chance?
I just did, and Robin sees me, and
well, she did see you when I could put it.
There's a delay on the comments.
Oh, all right.
Okay, Ben's back now. There he is.
Ooh, teleporters would be great, George. I agree.
Agreed.
Oh man, that would be so sweet. Then we could just all teleport to the practice space.
Yes.
And play.
And we wouldn't have to fight our way through these streets, because that's what we're doing right now in the zombie apocalypse. Bart says if Tom Hanks can get it, so can Spaulding and Wilson can get it too. Right. Exactly.
Wilson!
No, but the thing about Tom Hanks getting it was it just made it seem like, in Britain, it was Idris Elba. If Idris Elba can get it, then anybody can get it. And so, the thing is, if you were paying attention to the conspiracy stuff, those celebrities did not make it better. That's all I meant. Because the thing is, like...
So you're saying you were paying attention?
Of course I'm thinking that every little thing, like every person getting it, I'm like, there's nothing else to do. Like, but
yeah.
I mean, we're working and stuff like that. I'm writing music and playing things, working on the podcast and all that kind of stuff. But, like, every morning you wake up and you're like, what the fuck happened last night? You know, it's a different time.
Yeah.
Vic said, I primered my restroom while listening to your sweet voices. New paint tomorrow.
Oh my God, I love that.
Ben, I still don't have video from you. So that's why I haven't put you on the screen, because I still don't have video from you. I'm sorry, buddy.
Ben just left. He's like, see us. No, he's trying to get his connection straightened
Well, while Ben
out.
gets his connection straightened, we should probably find another an old school video. And let's go back. Meat Market never downloaded. Oh, it did download. Okay, so let's watch this one. This is like the first time we ever actually made a music video.
And wasn't it a project for one of your classes, Mike, in college?
Actually, the project for my classes we never got to use because they did. Cause we shot it on 16 millimeter and had our friend Robin as a like beauty queen, right? Robin was like walking through OK's Corral as a beauty queen. OK's Corral is a deep cut, and my friend Kurt was a priest, like in the street. Oh, we had a whole bunch of things. But the thing is, when I tried to get that film transferred to video, and when it got transferred to video, it was all pink, so I couldn't use it.
Oh, that's right.
So
Forgot about that.
but
Hey, there's Ben.
hey, Ben's back. All right, but our buddy Steve,
Oh,
Yay.
our buddy
My,
Steve shot this as a video, for our Radio Free Earth album. So let's watch it. And this is me, Ben, and Wendy, back when I was 20 pounds heavier. There's some meat you might not want to see.
so this
When it's 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm not thinking. It's all the same to me. I'm not thinking. On the ground, it's easy time. Desperate people lead desperate lives. All we do is live to survive. Said to her, and she looked in my head. She looking at my head. She find the night shining. I'm up at the bottom of the left. When I'm looking for an answer, we don't care what we find. We'll say the thing that we can to get what we want tonight. One more trip to the meet markets. You're looking for Prince Charming. To break your heart, take me to the meat markets. The all-American girl is a porno star. A porno star. It's all the same to you. It's all the same to me. So it's a girl, this sleazy time. For desperate people, lead desperate lives.
Here we are.
All we do is live to survive. Said to her, and she looked in my head. Looking at my head, to find the night is shining. I'm up to the bottom of the left. When I'm looking for forever, don't care what you think. I'm just a bunch of promise that know how to fix the drink. They said you love me, at least until last call. We're all beauty queens in a meat market. I thought them out the hole. So to ground is easy time for desperate people lead desperate lives. All we do is live to survive. Said to her and I looked in her head. She's looking at my hair. She can find the night is shining. I'm up to the bottom of the left. When I'm looking for forever, what you think? We're just a bunch of zombies that know how to fix the drink. They said you love me, at least until last call. We're all porno stars to leave my camp. I thought them out the hole.
Oh, yeah. All right. Let's get everybody back in. Oh, not just Wendy. We got to have Ben, too. Me, too.
yeah, I'm here.
All right. Now we're back. All right. Back in. So, okay. You know, the thing about Meat Market that makes me laugh, number one, is my Hustler t-shirt. And the thing, I wore that Hustler t-shirt because my friend at the time, Brad, if you guys watched The People versus Larry Flint, there was like the character that, what's his name from Fight Club played, Edward Norton. And that he was a pastiche of like 3 different lawyers for Larry Flint. And my friend Brad's uncle was one of those lawyers because he's from Cincinnati where Larry Flint was. And so like, he's like, I can get some Hustler t-shirts from my uncle because he's got like 1 million of them. And I'm like, yeah, let's get Hustler t-shirts that were gifts from Larry. And like I thought for a song called Meat Market, I would want to wear a gift from Larry Flint. It seemed appropriate for that particular song. So when I watched that, I forget that I used to wear that shirt all the time because I was a fucking dirtbag.
So what year did we film that video? 98?
I believe we recorded it like over Christmas break 1997.
Oh.
But like the end of 1997, early 1998. I just lost Ben again, unfortunately.
What?
We weren't even 20 then. I got Ben still.
Yeah, like my connection's fine now.
You're not like, oh, Ben, you're showing up in the active speaker. It's just, anyway, I'm just trying to say, Skype is not being kind to you today. So I'm sorry about that. Anyway,
dang it all.
So here's the comments for us as babies. Terry is just babies. Bart, I don't recognize Wendy and Ben, but he's like, Mike, you're still fat.
Oh.
Dan Concatelli, still a great song. Takes me back to getting drunk in Celery Hall. Absolutely.
Terry wants the sparkly tank top.
Yeah, which sparkly tank top? Who was wearing it?
That is a reasonable question.
That is. So I had a sparkly tank top that was a gift from my girlfriend at the time.
Oh, that's right.
Then you gave it to me.
Well, yeah, because it looked better on Ben than it did on me.
It's very millennium-ish, millennium time in vogue.
Eric Cotty says,
and I had a sparkly shirt too.
Eric Cotty says, "What studio was that?" That was a place called Cactus Studios. So where the High Noon Saloon is today, it used to be a buy and sell shop. So it used to be like a, I don't know, a buy and sell shop is the best way to put it. And in the basement where the Brink is today, there were studios and computer shops and stuff like that. And so where the Brink Lounge is today is where we recorded our first record. And it was a CD, it wasn't a record. Like, I'm not going to say we fucking ever did vinyl.
We're old, but not quite that old.
Yeah, like my balls aren't hanging down to my knees.
We did have a cassette though. The first release.
Hell yeah, we had a cassette. But no, Ted, the producer, he was a member of the Cork and Bottle String Band, so he did a lot of like Americana back in that day, and he was a super nice guy, and we had a great time.
And he was the only guy that we knew that had 3 ADAT machines and the will to let us record indefinitely for what do we pay him, like $1,200, and we were in there for like 14 months.
Yeah, we fucked him bad on that one. He because it was $250 a song. He's like, you guys can come in $250 a song. We started recording in December of 1998, and Radio Free Earth came out in March of 2000. Or, I'm sorry, April 1st, 2000. Robin says, I remember the buy and sell shop. Yeah, it was a weird place.
I remember there was, they were selling a bubbler, because we'd like go in there and browse around if we were taking a break or something, and we wanted to buy the bubbler for our house, our apartment that we were all
wanted to buy a bubbler.
We were obsessed with it, but also that buy and sell had like a little basement area, and it was right across from Cactus Studios, and so you could peek through. It had like a little window you could peek through, and it was spooky at night, like because there'd be partial mannequins in there, and then there was just this little glowing red light, so it kind of looked like a scene for some kind of a horror movie.
Yeah, and we'd get there sometimes like
28 days later.
at 10 p.m. and record until like 6 o'clock in the morning. So, no, that made it special. Anyway, Ted,
Right.
this one's to you, Ted. He had to put up with a lot of bullshit
Hey.
because we had no idea what we were doing. And he was...
Can they hear Ben? Oh, there's Ben.
Yeah.
Don't
I
call
want to
it.
make sure they can at least hear him if they can't see him.
Yeah, Cactus was good. Like, I mean, the High Noon came about like in 2004, and it was weird because the Brink came about in 2006, and it just like it turned that place, which was like a it had a recording studio, but also just like different kinds of shops. It turned that place, which was kind of scary, into like an entertainment complex, and that's cool, you know. George says, it is fitting that Ben is the ghost in the machine. All right.
Is that a request for Deus Ex Machina?
Well, we can find an
Ooh.
maybe we should find another
That's a-
old track, or maybe we should find an old Road Mania to watch. So, all right. Before we used to do like Facebook live streams, we were podcasting, but not paranormal podcasting. We would do a video podcast. And we ended up doing a couple hundred, started off audio, ended up video podcasts, starting in 2005 and ending in 2013, before we switched over to like the podcast that we do now. And so we should watch an old Sunspot Road Mania just to see what we were doing back in the day. So like episode 182, that's from like 2011, so that's still too late. I want to go back farther. Oh, I don't.
Oh boy.
I thought I had
Like
something
the-
farther than that. Oh, I got episode 142. So,
Was it video still?
Oh yeah.
142.
So let's watch
huh?
Sunspot Road Mania episode 142.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh. It's 5 minutes to showtime. How's Ben doing today?
I'm doing good, but
Where's Wendy sneaking around the back?
my drink went down the wrong pipe. That happened to me on Wednesday.
Uh-oh.
That's pipes are clogged.
Right? Getting ready to party
Other
here
than that.
Victory Lane in Merrill, which is, last time we were here we had a wild time, and we're looking forward to a wild time tonight. Here's the stage set up.
They've got us on the other end of the bar this time, so that we don't have to block the ATM and the bathroom. So that's extra exciting.
Yes. We always...
And I'm gonna play checkers on the floor later. So that'll be cool. Maybe we can play human checkers.
Maybe we can have some chess and we can have some checkmates. Hey. All right. Well, we'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, Ben. How do you feel about the show tonight?
Oh, I feel great, man. People are super cool here.
Yeah, it was a pretty good show.
Right now, we're just going to pretend that this is not my iPod playing this song.
I don't even know what this shit is. Who is
Yes,
it?
you do. You keep pretending.
No, who is this stuff?
Oh, this is Miley Cyrus. You know who it is.
Miley Cyrus. I love her. Fucking hey, thanks, brother, for rocking and rolling with us tonight. Yeah. There is a dude with his pants off. It is party fucking time tonight.
Andy's looking at our merch.
That's what I got like.
What's happening right there?
Yeah, rocking with no pants tonight. Rocking with no pants tonight.
Scaring everybody. Put your hands down.
Hey, you're scaring me because your pants are still on. Yeah. Ben's looking like a tough guy. Nice. Looks good, B.
Yeah, Ben.
What is it? Is it eagle?
It's an eagle.
I like eagles.
Thunderbird.
How about that giant bird we saw 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, it was
Up in
crazy.
this area. That was the biggest bird I've seen in my life.
Biggest bird.
Wait, Wendy, how big was the wings?
It was like that big. Like it was huge.
She said it was bigger than the biggest.
It appears to be bigger than that. Although
All right, it's getting a little late, so we're just getting down to Daft Punk. And that's how we do.
Oh, dude.
Punk's playing at my house.
Okay, so it is a slightly a rough morning today. How you doing, Ben?
Great.
yeah, it's a fairly rough morning. Victory Lane was a rainy day, and we did have an excellent time. So as you can see from the footage before, we had a little bit of a dance party after the show, and everybody was a lot of fun. So once again, thank you, Meryl, for being rock stars. And nobody did anything too stupid last night, so
Yeah,
good job.
The police didn't even come or anything.
Right, which was weak. Next show is on October 2nd, and that's going to be Mayfest in Wanakee. So make sure you come check us out. We're playing the Mighty Short Bus, and we'll be at the outside at the Missouri Tavern, and it's going to be an early one too. So I believe we play at 6 o'clock on Saturday. So get your chance, get your Mayfest on, and party with us, because we'll be playing from 6 to 7:30, and then Mighty Short Bus afterwards. All right, Ben, anything you want to say?
No. You're going down the freeway ramp, though, so I'll end the podcast here.
Sounds
so you can
good.
Drive.
All right. We'll talk to you later. Sunspot Road Mania, episode 142. And see you soon. Smooches and kisses. Sounds good.
Drive.
All right, there we go. Sunspot Road Mania from like 11 years ago. And that was fairly...
Victory Lane, which has since burned down.
Yeah, that place
sadly.
is done.
Yeah,
It was like one of the main live venues in Merrill.
Merrill,
So.
Wisconsin. Where Zola Jesus is from. If you guys are into dark wave. She's from Merrill, Wisconsin. And Terry's like, oh, I missed the Mighty Short Bus. That's when they still did rock songs before it was all country. But Wheelhouse is still a lot of fun. And obviously fantastically talented Frank and Nick. They made the switch from rock to country. Like they did it. They went in their underwear, cut off their balls, and then gave it up. Anyway, I'm just busting about country music. It's fine. I still enjoy country music.
We love the Wheelhouse.
We do love the Wheelhouse, and those guys are very talented.
Yeah, for sure.
So, but yeah, I wanted to show that like that old school Road Mania, because that was like after like the thing is that Ben and I are talking at the end, and that's the drive back, and Wendy's passed out in the back, and we just had we were partying our balls off after the show.
Nothing like a good dance party after the show's over, you know?
It keeps
It's like a little celebration, like, hey, the show is extra fun, now we're gonna dance.
It keeps you young.
Dance our butts off.
Because even though we looked young, we were still all in our 30s. So let's not forget, other people had like families and shit. And we're like, yeah, we're gonna get drunk up north. You know. And we kept going.
Oh yeah, Coral Lanes, Jimmy said, I know you guys played up at Coral Lanes. That was a fun place.
And we stayed in the we played at Coral Lanes. We played in a scary place. We stayed in a scary place after that.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah, that was when we were doing. We were doing Major Arcana practicing. We were working on some stuff in there, and the bathroom was like, I don't know, it had a lot of stains in it. Not for me.
You're talking about at the hotel?
Yeah. Not Coral Lanes didn't have a lot of stains in the bathroom. Anyway, so that was a lot. Going back was a lot of fun. We should do one more video quick, and then we'll talk for a little bit, and we'll see how everybody's doing with the whole, being stuck inside. And we'll make a plan to do this again next week, where we can hang out with everybody, talk to you, see how you're doing, and know that this is not going to last forever, because if we could survive the bubonic plague, we can survive something where it doesn't even kill people. Joe says he has homemade yogurt and bread to go, so he's going to sign off. Thanks for making the zombie apocalypse a little less bleak. Apocalypto. Actually, that's Mel Gibson. That's a fantastic film. No matter what you think about Mel, that's a really good movie. George says Saturday Night Gospel. We don't have any videos for Saturday Night Gospel.
Oh.
Probably make one for that, eh?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
I like it. Solid.
Let's see what video, like, Should we do an older one or a newer one? Do you guys want to? Do you just want to look good or look bad? That's the question that I have to ask myself every day.
Well, the question is, are the newer ones worse or better?
What are my choices?
That's a tough one.
Well, we could do some lyrics videos with the fire in which we burned, a chariot to the gods. We could do No Place Like Home, square root of all evil. Maybe no place. Maybe no place like home, huh?
That's my pick.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
we climbed up a mountain with our gear to shoot that one, so we should watch that one.
Let's check it out. A little bit of Sunspot. No Place Like Home. This is May of 2009. I went out and I bought a HD video camera that morning. We actually recorded this video. This is the last song we released off of the Singularity album, but this was like the third to last song we did a video for. So, oh, Bart, Howdy Illuminati. George, to Spend the Night. Well, we've already watched that one, George, so we'll bring Spend the Night back. But Howdy Illuminati would be a good video. We just have to figure out the place. And I'll have to shave my beard. I haven't shaved in like a couple weeks, so obviously I look like a Viking. Here we go.
We could put the Fast and the Furious segment up.
Sure.
For that one.
We could have like just Vin Diesel in the background, just looking sexy. Okay.
I was looking for any kind of way out. I've been planning my escape since the day that I was born. I took a map, threw a dot and hit the target. Anywhere but here was a better place to be for me. A better place to be for me. I am the puzzle that is missing lots of pieces. I am the paint by numbers that don't all add up. I am the Christmas gift with batteries not included. I am the greatest book you've ever read, whose ending sucks. I said that I was coming back as a big shot when I found more of my kind. I promised I would have a laugh at all the townies and the poor bastards left behind. So I left town like a prison break. Anywhere was better than this place. I thought I was a rolling stone when I went out to the twilight zone. But in the end, there's no place like home. There must be some kind of error in the geography. I'll never grow old in this locality. I'm back in the 20th century. I feel like Dorothy, but don't call me Dorothy. Sometimes I feel like I belong in the 70s, or with Churchill, or maybe Da Vinci. But the further I run from this proximity, the bigger the hole gets inside of me. I'm still the puzzle that is missing lots of pieces, but I'm not lonely anymore. We're all expatriates confused by our coordinates, the cosmic refugees who washed up on this shore. I left town like a prison break. Anywhere was better than this place. I thought I was a rolling stone when I went out to the twilight zone. I left town like a prison break. Anywhere was better than this place. I thought I was a rolling place like home. No place like home. No place like home. No place like home. No place like home.
Yeah! No place like home. Man, I haven't even watched that whole video in a while. I didn't even watch that when I went up to get a beer. But it's still a pretty good song.
I was the only one with a guitar on the bluffs that day.
That's right. So, comments are, Bart, T-Bird bass. Absolutely. The T-Bird bass actually is upstairs right now. I just use that for recording at home mostly. Because it's, according to Gray's Guitar Shop in Madison, it's not just a factory second, it's a factory third. So, it's a cheap piece of shit according to people that know about guitars. So that's why I decided to bring it home and just record there.
Well, it just doesn't have the overtones that the Fender does.
Well, right. A Fender P-Bass from the 1960s, modified with like a bunch of EMG active pickups, is going to be a special thing. It's kind of like Eddie Van Halen's Frankenstein, except I've played on less gold albums.
We're working on that.
Yeah. George says you need to release more of the black and white sketch so people can color you at home. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Thank you, Aha.
I like Bart's question. Where'd we find the giant toilet?
Your mom's house, Bart.
Oh man.
No, the idea was like you're like, where are you at? Like, if you feel like you're in a shitty place, the toilet seems like the most appropriate. Eric said, did we record some of that at DNA Studios? I know we did some stuff there. Yeah, we recorded that one in Grand Guignol. So actually, Eric, you were the engineer on two of the songs we're listening to tonight.
Hey,
at DNA Studios on the east side of Madison. Janelle loves her new one. Really growls. Oh, so you have it's awesome. She has a like the Thunderbirds are right. They're great basses and stuff like that. My Goth Destroyer just was cheap, and that's why I make jokes about it. That's all. All right. So I mean, what are we all drinking to finish it up tonight? I'm drinking Hillsborough Brewing Company.
Oh wow, Hillsborough, Wisconsin.
Yeah. Speaking of shitholes. And
isn't that where Cass lives?
Well, I like Cass, but she ain't the whole town. Anyway, so Hillsborough, I'm drinking the Snappy IPA, which is excellent. And I drank a couple too many last night. Like I had no idea what was happening when I watched Westworld. So anyway, so watch what you drink because you might not get what you're watching. And so Ben, what are you drinking? Still 19 Crimes?
Yeah, dude. So at Woodman's, if you buy 12 of these, you get a $36. So it's like $4 a bottle.
Wow.
So and it's my favorite wine right now. So and it's barrel aged in rum. So
sounds good. So it sounds like Ben's not going to get his AA chip this week. And Wendy, are you still on no booze, or how are you doing?
I'm drinking the finest of sparkling water beverage.
Oh, look at that. All right. So Wendy's going to come out of this coronavirus stuff looking trim and slim and ready to rock. And then I'm going to walk out of this looking like a...
needed a break from all the boozing I've been doing.
Looking like an angry Grizzly Adams. George is drinking... Fever, Nuclearis. Okay, obviously cabin fever is appropriate for this time we're drinking. Bart is drinking... the Hillsborough Brown. Cheers, my brother. Mike Carlson. Hey, Mike, brother, good to see you. Is there a way for people to jam together in real time online, or is latency still an issue? latency is definitely an issue. When I was living in Minneapolis 7 years ago, we were trying to do a thing where you could jam together, but really beyond like 120 beats per minute, you couldn't really do it. So,
but what you can do is you can, like, one person records something and then the next person plays along with that.
Yes.
You know,
BandLab.
And make videos that way.
I think BandLab is really cool for that. And we just demoed something at NAMM in Anaheim earlier, where you talking to people, you play a riff or something, and then it's like instantaneous. It goes up, and then you can jam along to it. So I would check out BandLab if you wanted to.
That's
live.
cool.
Now, Michael's a very talented piano player, as well as a sax player going back in the day, and so I would say make sure, like, if you have a MIDI piano or something like that, BandLab is something you want to check out. Melody's drinking cream soda. Here's to cream. Concatelli says sores are socked with Captain Morgan. Who needs toilet paper? Right, because if you drink a Captain Morgan, you might as well use your hand. I have a baking spatula that's been repurposed. Thank you, Dan. Ben, I still can't see you, unfortunately.
Really? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Eric,
I can see me.
Eric has PBR and shots at ENJ VSOP.
Nice.
And my beautiful bride is drinking Sea Glass Sauvignon Blanc.
Ooh,
all right.
Classy.
And Bart says, did you try the new Fender acoustic electric combo guitar at NAMM? I tried a bunch of Fender stuff at NAMM this year, Bart, and they have a great stuff. The acoustic electric combo is still a little sophisticated for my, but their stuff sounds. So I would say if you were somebody who can do like a lot of solos, switch over from acoustic to maybe electric through an amp, that would be great for you. And Katie says, I'm waiting for my drinking buddy to get home. Soon it should be White Russian time. Well, all right. White Russian time. We'll take that.
Yummy.
Okay, Ben's back in. So to finish it up, we just want to say thanks for everybody for joining us. We'll come back again in a couple of days and let everybody know. If you guys enjoyed anything you saw tonight, I want you to go find a friend of yours who's in a band and they're doing some kind of live stream or whatever, and they have some kind of tip jar, virtual tip jar. Please put money in their tip jar. If it's going to be One Human Band in Madison, or if it's going to be Glass Mansions out in Austin, anybody that you know that is putting out a virtual tip jar, put $1 in there, and that would be something. So please spread it to everybody, and it's fun to be on this. It's fun to be here right now, right? Where I could be shirtless and stuff. Obviously, you want that. And we could be having a extra good time. So the thing is, this is where we are, and we're gonna be here until we get out of it. And so make sure, obviously, cough into your sneeze into your crotch like I do. It's hot. I do that, right?
Well done.
Yeah.
And if you have any ideas for things that you'd like to see us create in the way of videos or audios or things like that, let us know, because we're here.
Right. And all we're doing is
keep working on new stuff for you. So
playing music and having fun. And so make sure. Yeah. So if you find a friend with a virtual tip jar or somebody in your wheelhouse, so to speak, make sure you tip them. And if you guys like anything we're doing here, well, download the podcast, visit us on Patreon, all that kind of stuff. So either way, we hope that everybody gets through this no problem. We hope that especially if you have an elderly family member, that person is sitting inside alone, and call them all the time. Like if somebody you love that has to be home alone, call them every day. That's it, right?
Yes.
That's the most important thing you can do. And for the rest of us, we're going to be partying inside. So we hope you have an amazing rest of March. And I know it's going to be hard. I know it's going to be different, but that doesn't mean we can't make it super fun. So watch your emails, watch us on Facebook, and we love you, and we will see you very soon. Okay?
Mwah.
Right.
All right. Stay out of trouble, guys. Hey, wash your fucking hands.
How do you turn this thing off?